What's going on, guys? Matt here at MAS Performance. So last night we made a start on removing the rocker cover here to inspect the ARP head studs that we've got on our meth machine. So it's a 2.5 TFSI CEPA engine code, 5-cylinder. So aka meth machine for all that are just tuning in. So I always advise whenever we fit ARP head studs, we check them. I would be checking them at least every 5,000 miles. I mean, 5,000 miles is normally when we dump the oil and put fresh in it. So we had a couple too in the corner, just about here and here. I think it was that 10 and 12, I think it was. We're not talking loose, like finger fucking loose. We torque the head in 3 equal steps, so 38 Newton meters. So we do 3 steps of 38 Newton meters all the way up to 115. The reason being is it gradually increases the torque to the stud, so you don't just yank on it and it breaks or something happens. You gradually increase the torque to it. I always do these when the engines are stone cold. Some guys have done them hot. I don't like doing them hot. I know with the LS engines and all that, you get a cold lash and a hot lash, and the engineer in me says no, you always want to do a cold lash, you never want to do a hot lash, because every metal has a certain different thermal expansion. So with this being said, I would torque the head studs when they were stone cold. That way they're in their static lengths. When you were to, say for example, you were to torque them when the head was warm or hot, you've just been driving, you'd then potentially increase the torque on that stud. When it cools, you could potentially crack it, because obviously everything contracts when it's cold. So yeah, just a little demonstration of what we have to do. Another thing is, obviously, due to the unique design of these engines, typically you torque the head down to the block and then you fit your cam girdle, because trying to get a socket, a 12mm multi-point socket onto the actual ARP nuts is very, very difficult through the actual cam bridge. So what I've done is, you go to Halford's, because their advanced stuff is nothing to be sniffed at. It's really, really good stuff. Half my tools made of Halford's advanced stuff. Break it, take it back, and get a new one for free. I've never had a problem with them. So what I've got is a 3/8 12mm, because 3/8 is the only thing that'll fit, and then you have to tickle it with an emery wheel on a grinder. I do this on a pillar drill because it's nice and concentric and spins nice and smooth. So that makes it ever so slightly smaller. You can just about make out the ridge there on the socket there, and that is ultimately to go through here, and then you've got that one there and that one there. All the other ones, yeah, those are fine. It's just these 3 here, you won't get a normal 3/8 12mm multi-point socket through there. You just physically can't. So you have to do this. Now what I typically do is I will have a standard 3/8 12mm for torquing all the rest of the accessible ones, and then for the last 3 we use a separate one. Now what we do, once we finish torquing, we'll throw this in the bin, because you can just about, I don't know if the camera's going to make it out, you see that little, see if I can get the camera to focus on, there's a little crack there, you can just see that little, at the very edge, I can get my fingernails on it, just there. It's just starting to go, and that's with only 3 studs that you're torquing with that. It's not cracked, there's nothing falling off of it, it's not split, it's not ovaled, contrary to popular belief. Yeah, metal exploding in an engine is never a good thing. So also another thing worth mentioning is, if it does flare out, you'll probably never get it out of there, because it's such a tight tolerance. So that's why only torque it 3 times, well, not 3 times, you do 3 equal steps, but only torque those 3 studs with this one, just as a means of safety, because yeah, it's just starting to go, but there's no cracks come off of it, there's nothing, it's not half a socket stuck in the engine somewhere. So that's a sacrificial one. You get used to making sacrificial tools when working on VAG cars, or special tools should I say. But there you go, a bit of preventative maintenance, long overdue. Shit job to do, because of pipes I've got to remove, and I can't be arsed jacking the engine up, so you have to bump the engine over, and you've got to take the high pressure fuel pump off and to get the rocker cover off, then you got to put it back on again, unless you want fuel all over your fucking engine bay. You've also got to remove the exhaust, oil control solenoid for the cam pulley. The rear breather has to go off. Obviously coil packs, front cam sensor. But yeah, that's about it, guys. All right.